Feilu Novel Network Exclusive Contract Novel. National Island. I have a divine farm crossing the blue star. Anyone can enter the endless sea at the age of 18 and become the island owner after passing the assessment. Changge activates the divine level farm with the ability to transform everything into a divine level, which can turn decay into a myth. The effect of the deified white radish is even more exaggerated than that of 10,000-year ginseng. After a withered seed is deified, it becomes the sacred tree of life, and the elemental elves born are all divine-level wizards. After the deification of a clear spring, it becomes the source of war gods, nurturing powerful war gods with unparalleled combat power. Watching the powerful figures around him, Changge pondered a question very seriously. Elemental sprites are no longer a concern. Why are these war gods also female? Going on like this, reallyFeilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Commitment Letter. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Adhere to originality and eliminate non-compliant commitment letters. I, pen name XX, guarantee that this signed work belongs to my own original creation, and strictly follow the Feilu Writers' Convention during the creation process. I adhere to originality and eliminate the following violations. If there are any violations, I am willing to bear all consequences arising from them. 1. Ensure that the signed work belongs to your own original work and does not involve plagiarism or plot plagiarism in Chinese translation. 2. Ensure that no third-party works or plot are plagiarized during the creative process. 3. Ensure that Feilu Novel Network is the first and only contracted website for this work. 3. Ensure compliance with laws and regulations during the creative process, including but not limited to, no political involvement, no involvement in pornography, gambling, drugs, no promotion of cults, no ghostwriting, no waste of manuscripts, no custody, no sale of works, and no account violations. 4. Ensure that regardless of the word count of the work, the signed work must complete the plot, never end, and never stop. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 1. The Era of National Islands. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hahaha, it's finally about to start. That's right, I'm about to enter the endless sea, and my era is about to come. Come on, what's your era? You can only talk about becoming the island owner successfully. Do you really think becoming the island owner is easy? Oh, do you think I can't do it? Looking at the people arguing ahead, Changge remained silent. Endless sea. Changge was deeply moved in his heart, and finally it was this day. Changge is not a person from this world, he is a traveler. Blue Star is more technologically advanced than its predecessor and has a population that is more than 10 times larger. However, it is precisely because of this that the resources of Blue Star are almost depleted, and the entire planet is trending towards extinction. And at this moment, there was a turning point. Endless sea descending. People enter the endless sea, become island owners of the endless sea, and obtain all living resources. Blue stars are able to survive, even more powerful than before. And Blue Star has since entered a new era. The Island Era. Anyone over the age of 18 can enter the endless sea. The endless sea is vast and boundless, and the area that has been explored alone is already thousands of times the area of a blue star. There are countless races and ferocious beasts here. This is an extremely dangerous world, but it is also a world with infinite opportunities for humanity. Because there is a special mechanism in the endless sea. Anyone who enters the endless sea for the first time will be randomly assigned to an initial island in the endless sea. Become a probationary island owner. The apprentice island owner has a 1-month protection period and will not be subjected to any attacks during this period. As for a month later, it will face the test of the endless sea. At that time, fierce beasts will attack the island, and as long as they can withstand 3 waves of attacks, they can become the official island owner of the Endless Sea. But it's not easy. On the Blue Star, there are millions of people who turn 18 each year. However, among these people, very few can become lords. Even 99.9% of them will be eliminated. But once he becomes the true owner of the island, his fate will undergo a earth-shattering change. Because even beginner island owners have the ability to teleport back to the Blue Star at any time, and even bring their own island resources back to the Blue Star. The beasts and ingredients of the Endless Sea contain special energy. Eating it can extend the lifespan of ordinary people. Especially the meat of many ferocious beasts, ordinary people can become evolutionists by eating it. Evolutioners are the mainstream of the new era of Blue Star. The new era is a world where the strong are respected. Black iron level evolutioners can hold a cauldron with one hand, bronze level evolutioners can pick up bullets with their hands, silver level evolutioners can ignore most firearm threats, even powerful evolutionists can ignore nuclear weapons. An island connecting the Blue Star and the Endless Sea is often a representative of resources. This is an opportunity for Changge. In this lifetime, he grew up in an orphanage. In this new era, there is no background or back end, which means there are no resources. At the age of 18, Changge is still an ordinary person, not an evolutionist. However, many of his classmates have become evolutionists, and even the highest ranking is Black Iron 3 stars. The highest school he is in has a Black Iron level 9-star evolutioner. Even if it's not for the first time entering the Endless Sea, if the evolution level exceeds the Black Iron level, the initial island will not be allocated and one cannot become the island owner. There are probably many 18-year-old evolutionists of bronze or even silver level. At this moment, a middle-aged man walked up to Changge and asked again. Changge, would you like to reconsider? No, Teacher Lin. Changge gave a faint smile. Ah, you. Teacher Lin shook his head slightly and said, you are my pretty student, but it's impossible to become the island owner on your own. Actually, you can choose to join some factions, which will greatly increase your chances of becoming a formal island lord. Teacher Lin's words made many envious gazes cast around him. After all, it is impossible for 99.9% of people to have any chance of becoming formal island owners. It is naturally enviable that Changge has such an opportunity. Envy. Changge sneered in his heart. For newcomers who have just entered the Endless Sea, major forces will provide certain investments based on their individual potential. But once the official island owner of Endless Sea becomes a worker for the investor, they will face many restrictions on themselves. Changge saw through this and refused investment from all forces. These may sound like working people, but in reality, they are all high-level slaves of the new era. Senior slaves are also slaves. How could he possibly do it? Faced with Teacher Lin's invitation again, Changge only smiled slightly in the end and did not speak again. Teacher Lin sighed and gave up. My heart is filled with regret. If Changge agrees, his chances of becoming the teaching director will be even greater. Buzz. Suddenly, Changge's right hand lit up slightly, adding a faint and blurry golden mark. Island imprint. The reason why it is a blurry light golden color is because Changge is not yet the official island owner. Only after becoming an official island owner will the island's imprint be completely imprinted. Now with just one activation, this island imprint will disappear. Changge didn't hesitate and chose to inspire directly. Shwa. A flash of white light. Changge found himself appearing in a strange place, and then a voice suddenly appeared out of nowhere. You have entered the Endless Sea. If you are entering the Endless Sea for the first time, you will be randomly assigned an initial island. You have become the owner of the Endless Sea Internship Island. You have entered the newbie protection period, and for the next 30 days, you will receive the protection of the Endless Sea, newcomer protection period. 29 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds, this is the privilege for every newcomer to enter the Endless Sea. Then, a light curtain interface appeared before Changge's eyes, entering the unique island interface of the Endless Sea. The island interface allows for communication and transactions. And it is also limited to other apprentice island owners. But Changge didn't care about his island interface. Because at this moment, his attention is focused on another interface. System interface. It's the system. As a traveler, Changge naturally possesses a system. But his system did not appear immediately. But it was charged for a full 18 years, until the day Changge turned 18 a month ago, when the system finally ended charging. Then, enter the activated state. The activation system is also very simple, which is to enter the Endless Sea. System, you should activate it now. Changge took a deep breath and now he's counting on this system. Ding! Suddenly, a system prompt sound sounded. Testing environment meets. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 2. Ding! You have harvested a divine level white radish. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ding! The testing environment meets the requirements, and the divine level farm is officially activated. A divine farm. Changge was taken aback. What is the situation? My system is actually a farm. This situation has disappointed Changge a bit. But after he finished watching his divine farm, Changge knew he was wrong. Divine farm. Divine everything. Divine farm, level. Level 1, 0 out of 100, divination. 0/3 Ability 1. Can deify all things. Ability 2. Can deify 10 square meters of land. A level 1 god level farm can be god level 3 times. Then, have 10 square meters of divine land. For such a situation, Changge was moved and had a guess. Then, he took out his backpack. When entering the Endless Sea for the first time, you can only carry up to 10 kilograms of things. Besides some survival tools and emergency compressed food, Changge also has some special things. That's the seed. The Endless Sea possesses special energy. Any initial island can plant all the seeds on the blue star. And the fruits planted are definitely several levels higher than those on the blue star. Even some things are grown on islands in the Endless Sea, and their effects are stronger than those of ferocious beast meat. And even ordinary crops are not easy to grow here. Stay fit. Years of longevity. Even special crops, eating too much can lead ordinary people to become evolutionists ahead of time. Therefore, any probationary island owner will bring a certain amount of seeds. Even if one cannot become an official island owner. You can also plant a batch of crops on the island with the identity of a 1-month probationary island owner. Make a fortune. In fact, many people without much confidence are thinking of relying on this month's time to plant crops or other things. Changge naturally also brought some seeds. They are all very common radishes, potatoes, tomatoes, rice, etc. These crops will be planted on the seabed and their maturity period will be shortened to 10 days. Even some islands with rich energy can mature once in 3 days. That's right. Changge plans to deify this seed. He really wants to know what will happen after this deification. System, please deify all these seeds for me. Changge grabbed a handful of radish seeds and said. A system prompt sounds instantly. Divination successful. You have obtained a divine level carrot seed. Changge. He originally thought there would be some earth-shattering spectacle. But the result. Don't talk about the big scene. Even the handful of radish seeds in his hand only had 1 divine level. But it's gold. Can only deify 1 seed. Changge frowned. And the properties of this seed divine level white radish seeds. Can grow divine level white radishes, with a maturation time of 3 hours. 3 hours. Changge's gaze flickered. How short is it? I just don't know what the divine level white radish will look like. He decided to start planting once. However, before planting, the land must be determined first. It was not until then that Changge began to observe his own island. The entire island area is not large. Near circular. A diameter of 100 meters. The area is 7 or 8,000 square meters. The initial islands were like this. However, once you break free from the word apprentice and become an official island owner, so the area of the island will increase significantly. Based on the development of the island and the assessment results, I have achieved several tens of times, even a few hundred times increase. Finally, Changge deified 10 square meters of land in a central location. Schwa. Evolution flash. 10 special types of soil blocks have emerged. A piece of soil covers an area of 1 square meter. Didn't you see anything immovable compared to other land? Changge shook his head slightly and planted the golden seed. The next moment, something stunned Changge. As soon as the seeds are planted, they take root and sprout at a speed visible to the naked eye. Soon, a small carrot seedling appeared. Amazingly, this carrot seedling is no different from ordinary carrot seedlings. But it emits a faint golden radiance. Truly extraordinary. This fills Changge with anticipation. However, Changge didn't keep watching. He took out the makeshift tent he had prepared and some simple tools to start building his own shelter. This type of tent is extremely lightweight, but once built, it is extremely sturdy. It can withstand typhoons of magnitude 7 or 8, as well as heavy rain. And it's also easy to build. It took Changge over 10 minutes to get it done. Then, after finishing some tools, Changge strolled around his island. Well, it's the same as what I learned in textbooks. The surrounding waters are empty. Although millions of people have become probationary island owners, it is almost impossible to see other island owners during this period. While Changge was strolling around, a system prompt suddenly sounded. The crops you planted have matured, please harvest them in a timely manner. Surprisingly, there is still a prompt. Changge was a bit surprised, but his movements were not slow either. Quickly, he arrived at the divine level land. Then, he became dumbfounded. Is this really a carrot? Looking at a 1-meter-tall carrot in front of me. A tree. Changge looked bewildered. Is there such a carrot? May I ask if there has been any harvest? A system prompt sounded, bringing Changge back to her senses. This how to harvest. Harvest. Changge instinctively shouted. And then the carrot tree withered and disappeared instantly, and a special oversized white carrot appeared in front of Change's eyes. Success. A series of system prompts sounded one after another. Harvest successful. Experience points +1. You have obtained 1 divine level white radish. You have obtained 10 divine level white radish seeds. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 3. Eating a carrot can become an evolutioner. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Divine white radish. After use, it can increase cultivation by 10 years. Looking at such attributes, Changge fell into contemplation. Is this the attribute of a divine level white radish? Just what does it mean to increase one's cultivation by 10 years? Changge can't understand. But he was moved in his heart, thinking of something, and immediately summoned his island master interface. Glancing at my personal attribute information. Character. Changge, occupation. Intern island owner, talent. Unawakened, level. Unevolved, ordinary person, skill. None, equipment. None, points. 0, island people. None truly without any attributes. So here comes the question. With my current attributes, what happens when I eat this divine level white radish? 10 years of cultivation. To what extent can this be improved? Changge fell into curiosity. But soon, curiosity turned into entanglement. How long should I eat such a big white radish? Looking at the divine level white radish that was 2 or 3 times higher than ordinary white radishes, Changge was truly conflicted. I've decided, tonight's dinner will be this white carrot. Half an hour later, Changge touched his round belly with a satisfied expression on his face. Delicious. It's really delicious. He originally thought he needed to cook, but after trying to take a bite, that's an unstoppable situation. The entrance is instant. Delicious to the extreme. Whether in his past life or present, Changge swore that he had never eaten such delicious food before. However, this is not the point. The key is that after finishing the divine level white radish, Changge received a series of special system prompts. You take 1 divine level white radish and gain 10 years of cultivation. You're starting to evolve, your evolution level has increased. You have been elevated to black iron 1 star. You have been elevated to black iron 2nd star. You have been promoted to black iron 3 stars. Changge just felt a burst of scorching energy bursting out of his body. Crazy spreading all over the body. At the same time, he also felt the pain all over his body. It's like being bitten by countless ants. Ah! Changge couldn't help but shout out. His face turned unusually red. Extremely painful. But he forced himself to hold back. Because Changge felt that he was becoming stronger. Evolving from ordinary people to evolutionists is a reshaping of the body. In general, this process is slow. What about Changge? Not to mention slowly becoming an evolutionist. He not only went from an ordinary person to an evolutionist at once. And it's still up to the black iron 3-star level. Jump 3 levels in a row. It's a bit unreal. Changge couldn't help but take a look at his current attributes. Character. Changge, occupation. Intern island owner, talent. Unawakened, level. Black iron Samsung, skill. None, equipment. None, points. 0, island people. None got it. He is truly an evolutioner of black iron 3 stars. Becoming an evolutionist is so simple. Changge sighed in his heart. So is 10 years of cultivation equivalent to 3 stars of black iron? Changge has a clear understanding in his heart. Then, his eyes lit up instantly. Because he looked at the storage compartment of the divine farm, which contained 10 golden seeds. That's right, just as I harvested a divine level white radish, those 10 seeds were also divine level white radish seeds. That means it can be planted now. Without any delay, Changge started planting directly. But what made Changge frustrated was that only 1 divine level white radish could be planted within this 1 square meter soil area. It seems that the level of the divine farm also needs to be raised quickly. Looking at the 10 carrot seedlings that had already grown, Changge murmured to himself. Upgrading to level 2 on a divine farm requires 100 experience points. And as long as you mature and harvest a divine level white radish, you will gain 1 experience point. Now he can only plant up to 10 divine level white radishes at once. Mature in 3 hours. So in 30 hours, his divine farm will be upgraded to level 2. At the thought of this, Changge felt a little excited in her heart. In 3 hours the crops you planted have matured, please harvest them in a timely manner. May I ask if there has been any harvest? Harvest. Facing the mature divine level white radish, Changge, who had been waiting for it all, harvested it at the first time. Harvest successful. Experience points plus 10. You have obtained 10 divine level white radishes. You have obtained 100 divine level white radish seeds. Sure enough. This divine level white radish has 1 experience point. However, this is not the point is that there are 10 divine level white radishes. 1 can elevate me to black iron Samsung, but what about 10? Changge's gaze flickered, and his heart and liver pounded. Eat. However, after not being able to eat 3 divine-level white radishes, character. Changge, occupation. Intern island owner, talent. Unawakened, level. Black iron 6 stars, skill. None, equipment. None, points. 0, island people. None. Looking at his own information on the attribute interface, Changge fell into contemplation. So, only the first 3 divine-level white radishes have an improvement effect. Changge's egg hurts. The first divine-level white radish made him soar directly to the black iron 3 stars. But the second one only made him reach the black iron 5 stars. The third one only improved by 1 star. As for the fourth one, well, it's still very delicious. There is nothing else besides that. This made Changge understand. This divine-level white carrot cannot infinitely improve cultivation. Wait, suddenly, Changge's eyes lit up. Divine-level white radish doesn't work, so I can exchange it for divine-level potatoes, divine-level sweet potatoes, or divine-level tomatoes. At the thought of this, Changge immediately took out the vegetable seeds he had brought with him. Originally, it was just used to eat and help oneself get through the internship period. After all, I am poor. I can't afford nutritional supplements, let alone pills like P1-10. But now it seems that this step has been taken correctly. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 4. Conduct early assessment. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Divine level transformation successful. You have obtained a divine level sweet potato seed. Divination successful. You have obtained a divine level tomato seed. After a simple selection, Changge used the last 2 divine levels on a sweet potato seed and a tomato seed. Unfortunately, both of these have only 1 seed, we have to wait. Changge stared at the emerging sweet potato vines and tomato seedlings, shaking his head slightly. But soon, he calmed down. Don't worry, you can harvest it in 3 hours. If there are no accidents, you can also harvest 10 sweet potato seeds and 10 tomato seeds. Like divine-level white radishes, the maturation time for divine-level sweet potatoes and divine-level tomatoes is also 3 hours. Changge can afford to wait. After all, he has a month's time. 3 hours later, harvest successful. Experience points plus 10. You have obtained 8 divine-level white radishes, 1 divine-level tomato, and 1 divine-level sweet potato. You have obtained 80 divine-level white radish seeds, 10 divine-level tomato seeds, and 10 divine-level sweet potato seeds. With this harvest, Changge couldn't wait to check the attributes of the divine-level tomato and the divine-level sweet potato. Divine sweet potato. After use, it can increase cultivation by 10 years. Divine tomatoes. After use, can increase cultivation by 10 years. Like a divine-level white radish. Changge frowned. It seems that even if these common crops are deified, they won't improve much. How much will it not increase? If this were to let others know Changge's thoughts, it would probably kill his heart. By gnawing on a white carrot, one can become an evolutionist. Is there anything easier than this? It is not an easy task for ordinary people to become evolutionists. Even the younger generation with backgrounds need to follow the rules and spend a certain amount of time. This is the only way to leap from ordinary people to become evolutionists. And there is another situation that is different. That is to say, whether it's a divine-level white radish, divine-level sweet potato, or divine-level tomato, what they increase is not the level of the evolutioner, but their cultivation. The corresponding cultivation level is determined by the user. Changge's 10-year increase in cultivation is actually equivalent to his own 10-year cultivation. Well, in simple terms, with Changge's qualifications it will take him 10 years to become a 3-star level black iron evolutioner. If it were someone else, it wouldn't necessarily be the case. Changge didn't know about this, but even if he did, he didn't care. Because with a god-level farm, it doesn't matter if you don't have enough qualifications, as long as you can eat it. What he cares about is what level he can evolve to after using 3 god-level sweet potatoes and god-level tomatoes. Bronze grade. Should be no problem. Changge is looking forward to it in his heart. Then, this time, he directly planted 5 divine-level tomatoes and 5 divine-level sweet potatoes. 3 hours later, harvest successful. Experience points plus 10. You have obtained 5 divine-level tomatoes and 5 divine-level sweet potatoes, 50 god-level tomato seeds and 50 god-level sweet potato seeds. In this way, there are 6 divine tomatoes and divine sweet potatoes on Changge's album. Then start gnawing. After consuming 3 divine-level tomatoes and 3 divine-level sweet potatoes, Changge's level increased. Character. Changge, occupation. Intern island owner, talent. Unawakened level. Bronze 5 stars, skill. None, equipment. None, points. 0, island people. None in fact, after eating a god-level tomato, Changge's level reached black iron 9 stars. Changge has already discovered it. After these crops are deified, only the first 3 can be improved by eating them. And the effect should be decreasing. The first effect is the best. 3 divine-level crops have transformed Changge from an ordinary person to a bronze 5-star. This is already extraordinary. You should know that for the first time entering the Endless Sea, the evolution level cannot exceed the black iron level. Although many forces have cultivated many black iron 9 stars, even the evolutionists of the peak realm of black iron 9 stars. At the same time, entering the Endless Sea this time also made a lot of preparations. For example, some special items that enhance the level of evolution. Even with such means of improvement, it is still at the peak of the evolution level of the black iron 9 stars. In just 12 hours, such a short period of time, unless there is a desperate need for improvement. Otherwise, it would be great to have bronze 2 stars now. Basically, only bronze stars can be used to break through. However, if it takes some time, it may be different. Changge is also very clear about this. And he understands better. After the upgrade of the divine farm, it is impossible for him to further upgrade his level of evolution. Only by elevating the divine farm to level 2, selecting other seeds for divine cultivation, and planting new special items. Only then can he continue to improve. Meanwhile, at this moment, Changge also thought of something. So, if the god-level transformation of crops has such an effect, what about other things? After being transformed into a divine level, white radish can increase its cultivation by 10 years. So what about the herbs that could originally enhance cultivation? For example, ginseng divine level ginseng, this is probably an extremely exaggerated improvement. Unfortunately, I only have ordinary crop seeds on me. If I want to obtain other seeds, I can only wait until later, unless I will undergo an assessment in advance and become the official island owner. This idea flashed through Changge's heart. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 5. A divine rice that produces 250 bowls of rice. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The apprentice island owner has a 1-month protection period. But this does not mean that one can only become the official island owner of the Endless Sea in a month. If you have confidence, you can definitely take the assessment in advance and become the official island owner. But conducting assessments in advance will not reduce the difficulty of the assessment. At the same time, there will be no additional rewards. Therefore, no one would choose early assessment as not worth it. The reason why Changge has this idea is that once he chooses to undergo early assessment, he will have a recruitment opportunity. Recruiting in the Endless Sea is a common ability for island owners. You can randomly recruit races from the Endless Sea. Even some powerful island lords can pay a certain price to recruit powerful race warriors from the Endless Sea. The recruitment of apprentice island owners comes at the cost of early assessment. This is completely random low-level recruitment. It's already good to have a warrior among the races that can be recruited. But Changge doesn't care about this. Although it is a low-level recruitment, it can recruit 3 to 10 characters. At the thought of this, Changge's gaze flickered. The assessment of the apprentice island owner is not difficult, and it is really not difficult. Because although there may be fierce beasts invading the island, the maximum number is basically only 20.30 fierce beasts. The level of ferocious beasts is basically only black iron level. Bronze grades are extremely rare. Changge's idea is very simple. Choosing early assessment will not result in immediate assessment. But there will be a waiting time of 10 hours. He can completely use up the recruitment plan within these 10 hours. Even if he has poor luck and only recruits 3 characters, even if he is useless, he can still elevate them to the bronze level. 3 divine level crops are already sufficient. I am an example. No, I'll just wait. After reaching level 2 of the divine farm, I'll choose to take an early assessment. Changge's gaze flickered, and he had already decided to take an early assessment in his heart. But it's not now. The most important thing now is to continue growing carrots. The next morning at 10 o'clock. Changge has been in the Endless Sea for a whole day. Other apprentice island owners have long been enthusiastic and busy on their own island. As for Changge, it's already 71 experience points, 3 more times left. Changge buried his head and continued to plant carrots. Time slowly passed by. Night falls. Harvest successful. Experience points plus 10. You have obtained 5 divine level tomatoes and 5 divine level sweet potatoes, 50 god level tomato seeds and 50 god level sweet potato seeds. Changge has once again gained a wave. And at this moment, something that Changge had been waiting for so long appeared. Ding, your divine level farm experience points have reached the current level full value, starting to upgrade. Upgrade ended. Your divine farm has reached level 2. Ha! Finally upgraded. Changge's heart was filled with joy and he immediately checked it. Divine Farm, Level. Level 2, 0 out of 1000, Divination. March 10th, Ability 1. Can deify all things. Ability 2. Can deify 30 square meters of land. Great. Not only has the divine level quota increased by 7, but the land has also expanded by 20 square meters. Unfortunately, I only have 7 seeds on me. Changge shook her head helplessly. He only brought 7 popular crops with a relatively short maturity period. This is actually a lot already. But now he realizes that it's still missing. There are still 4 crops that have not been deified. I just don't know if these 4 crops can elevate me to the silver level evolutioner. At the thought of this, Change's heart and liver pounded. Perhaps in 6 hours, he will become a silver level evolutionist. This is so fast. Changge started quickly, and the last 4 crop seeds in his hands were deified by him. Then, they all planted it. God-grade potatoes, God-grade green melons, God-grade corn, and God-grade rice. The first 3 crops are fine, at most just like the previous divine level white radish and divine level sweet potato. For divine rice, Changge is quite curious. Because he really wants to know that this divine level rice can grow without water. As a result, Changge found that her worries were unnecessary. Divine land can grow all things. Even without anyone, this divine level rice is growing rapidly. But after this divine level rice grows, Changge will not remain calm. Have you ever seen a 3-meter tall rice seedling? Have you ever seen a rice seedling grow a whole 1,000 rice ears? The most shocking thing is that each of these rice ears ended up producing a whole 1,000 grains of rice. That is to say, one rice seedling ultimately produces 1 million grains of rice. If calculated based on the fact that 75 grams of rice per bowl contains approximately 4,000 grains of white rice, this grain of divine grade rice can be boiled after being milled out 250 bowls of rice. Shocking. It's too shocking. Wait, in this way, that is to say, different crops actually have different final yields. Changge discovered the key point of the problem. This seems to be operable. I just don't know how much rice like this will have its effect. Changge touched his chin in contemplation. Divine rice. After use, it can increase cultivation by 10 years. It seems that the effects of these crops are consistent. Finally, in the midst of crazy cooking, Changge didn't even know how many bowls of rice he had eaten, and his level eventually reached bronze 7 stars, without further improvement. This is just an improvement brought by divine level rice. There are still 3 crops that haven't been eaten. Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 6. What's wrong with recruiting farmers? Still killing in all directions. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Harvest successful. Experience points plus 30. You have obtained 10 divine level potatoes, 10 divine level corn, and 10 divine level green melons, 100 divine potato seeds, 100 divine corn seeds, and 100 divine green melons. Another system prompt sounded, and the harvest was full. Sure enough, there is still plenty of land and plenty of harvest. Changge's tone is very satisfactory. Then, he opened his own attribute interface. Character. Changge, occupation. Intern island owner, talent. Unawakened, level. Silver 1 star, skill. None, equipment. None, points. 0, island people. None a silver star. This is the current level of evolution of Changge. With the strength of a silver star, even if he doesn't have any skills, such strength can easily pass the assessment. On this point, Changge is very confident. And he can also recruit. That's right, Changge plans to conduct an early assessment now. No need to hesitate. He only needs seeds now. As long as he returns to the blue star and collects a large number of seeds, he can perform divine level transformation. Continue to obtain special divine level items and elevate his level. After owning a divine farm, Changge knew that his future was definitely extraordinary. But he was not careless. Because in the current situation, if others were to know about his divine crops, that's probably not a good thing. Although he is already a silver-level evolutionist. For the current era of Blue Star, silver-level evolutionists are not actually high. Even if one can endure hardship, it is very easy to become a silver-level evolutionist before the age of 30. Many people who are not island owners can become gold or even platinum-level evolutionists at the age of 30. Other than that, Changge knows that their school's teaching director is only in his early 40s. But it was a great sensation to successfully advance to the Diamond Division last year. And most importantly, the true powerhouses of this era are not evolutionists at all. The island owner is the most powerful. In the eyes of some powerful island lords, even diamond-level evolutionists are just their laborers. Even servants. So, Changge knows that she is still too weak now. And the god-level farm can help him improve quickly. Now what he needs is seeds. All kinds of seeds. But if you stay in the endless sea all the time, Changge won't be able to encounter any other seeds this month. So he can only stay on the silver star for a month, which is not the result he wants. There may not be much in the short term. Changge believes that if we wait for a month, it is normal for some silver evolutioners to appear among the novice islanders in this session. We can't delay any longer. After a glance, there are already quite a few of the 7 divine level crops that I have stored. Changge directly calls out to the Endless Sea. Endless Sea, I am applying for early assessment. Soon, I will descend from the darkness. Very powerful. Extremely mysterious. But it is very mechanical. It seems like an embodiment of the rules of an endless sea. In turn, Island Master Changge, are you sure you want to undergo an early assessment? Friendly reminder. The difficulty of early assessment will not decrease, and there will be no additional rewards. Do you want to continue? Yes. Changge said lightly. Application approved. In turn, Island Master Changge, you will undergo the Island Master assessment in 10 hours. Please be prepared. Due to your early selection of assessment and being the first apprentice island owner to apply for early assessment in this year's assessment, you have received a special recruitment opportunity. You have obtained a special recruitment opportunity. You have obtained a regular recruitment opportunity. Changge's gaze flickered. I see, this early assessment is not really without additional rewards. At least the first applicant can have one more recruitment opportunity. And it's also a special recruitment. Changge's heart moved and he checked. Then he discovered that this special recruitment was actually the kind of recruitment conducted by formal island lords to offer some items. This can be there. Wait, don't rush to use this special recruitment for now. I'll start recruiting after I become the official island owner. Changge's gaze fell on the ordinary recruitment opportunity. Although it is a regular recruitment, if you are lucky, you may have recruited amazing warriors. According to Changge's understanding, there have been apprentice island owners recruiting golden level warriors in previous years. That luck is quite good. However, for Changge, even recruiting lower level soldiers doesn't matter. He has a divine level white radish. Just pile it up directly. Endless Sea, I want to conduct regular recruitment. Changge said lightly. But there was a hint of tension in his eyes. Although I don't care if I can recruit golden warriors, what if I can recruit them? However, the next scene that made Changge look foolish appeared. Congratulations to the apprentice island owner Changge, you have successfully recruited 5 farmers Changge. Lying trough. Farmer. What do you mean? Changge is confused. He never expected such a situation to happen. Schwa. At the next moment, 5 farmers dressed up suddenly appeared in front of Changge, nodding and tilting their backs at him. Everything in front of me tells Changge that it is true. This luck, there's no one left. Changge felt helpless in his heart. However, he soon settled down. What's wrong with the farmer? I still let those who gnaw on a few white radishes and potatoes kill everywhere. After a glance, Changge was certain of the inventory in his divine level farm system warehouse. Okay. It's okay. Feilu's novel, Fei wants you to look good. Chapter 7. The Farmer at the Peak of Silver. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Character. Ada, occupation. Farmer, talent. None, level. Whiteboard, skills. Farming and planting, potential. Blue, loyalty. 50, character. Air, occupation. Farmer, talent. None, level. Whiteboard, skills. Farming and planting, potential. White, loyalty. 50, character. San, occupation. Farmer, talent. None, level. Whiteboard, skills. Farming and planting, potential. White, loyalty. 50. Looking at the attributes of the 5 people in front of him, Changge fell silent again. The attributes of the 5 people are all the same. And these names are all so top-notch. Da, Air, San, Si, Wu. I'm also drunk. Oh, Ada's potential is different. Everyone else has white potential, but Ada is blue. Potential only appears in the people of the island, and they are all endless sea creatures. From low to high, they are white, blue, cyan, purple, and gold. As for whether there is any higher potential above gold, Changge doesn't know. The higher the potential, the faster the evolution speed. The more they can evolve to a higher level. When white potential evolutionists reach silver level with the same resources and time, blue potential evolutionists may even reach gold level. Of course, whether it's the potential of white or blue levels, it's very difficult to become a gold level. For white potentials, one blue potential. Is this the result of my first recruitment? Changge is a bit skeptical about life. Is his luck so bad? Island Lord. Just as Changge fell into self-doubt, Ada cautiously took a step forward and spoke up. What is in front of us is the chosen Lord chosen by the Supreme God. Although I don't know why, my 5 brothers, who are farmers like this, were recruited by the Lord of the Divine Selection. But this does not hinder Ada's respect for the chosen one in front of him. Changge finally regained consciousness and looked at Ada, asking, "Do you know your identity?" Clear. 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 Adalian nodded and said, "Our 5 brothers have all received your favor and become your subjects, Lord of the island." Air and others behind Ada also nodded repeatedly. Changge was not surprised by this. For the creatures of the endless sea, their blue star people are all so-called divine selectors. It was selected by the Supreme God and descended upon the endless sea. As for what the Supreme God truly exists, Changge felt that it was just a mechanical will in the dark. However, none of this matters. After glancing at the 5 members of Ada, Changge fell into a deep contemplation. A few people saw this and remained silent, standing honestly. Although they are just farmers, they should also be able to improve their level. Just how could there be a whiteboard at this level of evolution? Faced with the level of the 5 members of Ada, Changge was somewhat speechless. It's okay with the whiteboard, I can make you bronze right away. Just the potential of white and blue, Changge does not believe that the divine level crops in his hand can greatly improve the 5 members of Ada. 7 divine level crops, each of which can increase cultivation by 30 years. Although the effects may decrease in sequence, bronze can always achieve them. Because all 7 crops can increase their cultivation by 210 years. This white potential is useless, but if you increase your cultivation by 210 years, you can definitely break through the bronze level, right? Alright, since you have all become my subjects, I won't treat you unfairly. Changge spoke up and then waved his hand. Shwa. A pile of white radishes and sweet potatoes appeared in front of Ada and others, eating these things. Changge commanded. And Ada and others have long been stagnant. Because facing these sudden appearance of divine great crops, they felt endless longing in their hearts. Want to eat. I really want to eat. This is their instinctive frantic call. If it weren't for the initial 50 loyalty points in recruitment, and they were just farmers, they would have rushed forward and gnawed wildly at everything. After Changge gave the order, they couldn't help it anymore. Crazy rush up, grabbing their white radishes and sweet potatoes is like a frenzy of gnawing. Changge frowned. Because he suddenly discovered. It seems that the god-level crops grown by oneself have great attraction to Ada and others. Could it be that divine-grade crops have such attraction to endless sea creatures? Forget it, I don't want to think about these anymore. Now it depends on how many people, Ada, can evolve. Changge touched his chin. In fact, he did not have any expectations for the level of evolution of the 5 members of Ada. But ultimately, he was surprised. Because after gnawing on a divine-level white radish, except for Ada, all 4 of them directly evolved from a whiteboard to a black iron 3-star. Does this feel the same as him? Illusion, right? After this thought appeared, Yi Changge looked at Ada's attributes, and his face became slightly delicate. Because Ada finished a divine level white radish and directly upgraded his evolution level to the black iron 5 stars. What the hell? Surprisingly, it's even more exaggerated than his promotion. Unexpected, right? But soon after, Yi Changge fell silent. Trapped in extreme self-doubt because after finishing all the crops, the people in front of him, Ada and his companions, all evolved to a level that Yi Changge had never expected. Character. Ada, occupation. Farmer, talent. None, level. Silver Peak, skills. Farming and planting, potential. Blue, loyalty. 99, character. Air, occupation. Farmer, talent. None, level. Silver 3 stars, skills. Farming and planting, potential. White, loyalty. 99, character. San, occupation. Farmer, talent. None, level. Silver 3 stars, skills. Farming and planting, potential. White, loyalty. 99 Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 8. Early Assessment. Easy to complete. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Great. Silver Peak. The lowest is 3 stars of silver. How could this not be good? That's great. There is a faint sadness in Yi Changge's heart. Because he now understands one thing, which is his potential, probably extremely poor. The farmer on their whiteboard smashed 7 divine level crops, all 3 stars of silver. The blue potential of Ada is even the pinnacle of silver. This is almost inferior to the gold level. But what about him? A silver star. Do you dare to believe it? Calm down. Calm down. Yi Changge's expression was calm and steady like an old dog. What are you afraid of? For the island owner, potential is nothing at all. Because for the island owner, there is not much potential. Say it again. Even if there is insufficient potential and poor qualifications. What can this have to do with it? Yi Changge said he is very stable. With a divine farm in hand, he doesn't need to cultivate anything. Well, just eat and eat. Thinking about this, Yi Changge no longer hesitates. Then, looking at Ada and others, I felt very satisfied in my heart. Although unexpected. But the result is good. As a result, I have 5 silver level experts under my command. Unfortunately, it's not a warrior. There are no corresponding skills, but even so, the power of the A-to-G people is extremely strong. In such a situation, even if there is a silver-level ferocious beast, it is not a concern. Moreover, it's just a probationary assessment for the island owner, and it's almost impossible to see a silver-level ferocious beast. Yi Changge felt that his luck would definitely not be so bad. Assessment Countdown. June 23, 58. Taking a glance, it was over 6 hours before the assessment, and Yi Changge let the 5 members of Ada adapt to their own strength. With the power of divine level crops, one can fully adapt quickly. Don't say 6 hours. In just 2 or 3 hours, it will take a G people to adapt to their current strength. The command of the 5 members of Ada towards Yi Changge is a sacred edict. Due to being promoted to the silver level, the loyalty value of the 5 members of Ada to Yi Changge has been increased to 99 points. Although it's not the full 100 points, there's no difference. At this level, there is no betrayal at all. 6 hours passed quickly. For Yi Changge, he only gained twice. Then, the assessment begins. The countdown to the assessment has ended. The assessment is about to start. Intern Island Master, your Island Master assessment has officially started. After passing the assessment, you can become an official Island Master. If you fail the assessment, you will lose the qualification to become the owner of Endless Island. Are you finally coming? Changge's heart is calm. The 5 people around him, Ada, were also like a formidable enemy, scattered around Changge. Lord Island, there is movement here. Suddenly, Ada let out a loud shout. Actually, there's no need for Ada to remind anyone, it's just an island with a diameter of 100 meters, and you can see everything at a glance. Changge has already seen that there are some black shadows emerging from the sea on the east side of the island. That's a fierce beast. Well, there are only 5 left. After seeing the number of ferocious beasts clearly, Changge remained calm. However, at the next moment, Air and others exclaimed in surprise. Lord Island, there are also ferocious beasts here. There's also one here. What? Changge's face changed, and when he looked around, he found that all 4 of the small island, southeast, northwest, and northwest, were at ease, with fierce beasts appearing. Not many in quantity. All 5. But in total, there are already 20.5. Fortunately, it's just a black iron level ferocious beast. Feeling the scent of these ferocious beasts, Changge breathed a sigh of relief in her heart. Then, his face changed and he spoke calmly, "What's the fuss? It's just some black iron level ferocious beasts. You 5 are already at the silver level, there's no need to be afraid, go ahead. Give these fierce beasts that don't have long eyes to the lord of this island." Upon being reminded by Changge, Ada and a few others finally fell into a daze. Yes. They are all silver level now. Although only a silver level farmer, not a warrior, and without any combat skills. But silver level is silver level. It's not something that just a black iron level ferocious beast can harm. Understanding this, the 5 members of Ada were actually excited. Kill. Brothers, charge me and show the island lord how many brothers we are. We're not weak chickens either. Ada roared and rushed out. Air and a few others were excited and rushed out at the sight. It has to be said that even if it's not a warrior, the power possessed by the silver level is not something that the black iron level can resist. To Ada and his companions, with just one punch, they can penetrate and explode the bodies of those black iron level ferocious beasts. 3 or 5 times, the battle will end. But Changge frowned. Because he did not receive a notification that the assessment had ended. Sure enough. The next moment, the sea surged again, and with a clatter, some fierce beasts appeared. There are actually 10 fierce beasts appearing this time. And some of them are actually bronze grade. However, in the face of such a situation, the 5 members of Ada were not afraid. The 5 black iron level ferocious beasts just now were not enough for them to kill, and they finally gained such strength. They haven't had enough yet. Now that these ferocious beasts have appeared, they have actually acted according to their wishes. 7 or 8 minutes later, the battle ended again. However, the assessment is still not over. Changge's face was solemn. He seems to understand that his assessment may be extremely difficult. There are simple and difficult tests. It's so simple that there may only be 2 or 3 black iron level ferocious beasts appearing. In general, there will be more than 10 black iron level ferocious beasts and 2 to 3 bronze level ferocious beasts. This can already be considered difficult. And there are also some novice island owners who may encounter silver level ferocious beasts when they have bad luck. It's a coincidence. Changge is this type. And his luck is even worse. Because the fierce beasts that appeared in the last wave of his assessment were actually 5 silver level fierce beasts. Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 9. Assessment Successful. Awakening SSS Talent. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Surprisingly, 5 silver level ferocious beasts appeared. Changge's face changed. But soon he calmed down. Because of the 5 silver level ferocious beasts, except for the one facing Ada, which is only a silver 3 star, the rest are only a silver 1 star. In that case, there should be no problem. Changge thinks so. However, soon he realized that the situation was not very optimistic. Although Aer and others are 3 stars of silver, the ferocious beast they deal with is only 1 star of silver, but they have fallen behind. Sure enough, just the farmer's words, the combat power is still not enough. Changge frowned. Farmers are not warriors, they don't even have any skills. Moreover, the machete prepared by Changge is not much equipment, but an ordinary and sophisticated weapon. At this moment, the machetes have numerous notches. Even if this situation continues, it may only take a few minutes for Ada and others to get injured, and the situation will become even worse. Although Ada is at the peak level of the white eyes, he is only a farmer, and the fierce beasts he faces are also 3 stars of silver. Relying on his innate advantage of high rank, Ada has nothing to be ashamed of. He can even kill that fierce beast. But this will take time. It seems that I can only take action. Changge's gaze flickered and he whispered to Aer. Drag it for me. Upon hearing the sound, Aer suddenly erupted and crazily attacked the fierce beast in front of him. This made the fierce beast exhausted from dealing with it. Right now. Changge let out a loud shout in his heart, tightly gripping the large machete in his hands and leaping forward. Violent strike. The fierce beast had already sensed something was wrong, but unfortunately it was already too late. It's different from a decay people. Blue Stars 9. Your compulsory education mainly focuses on becoming an island owner. The 3-year major in high school is similar to the training of soldiers. Although Changge is not a skill, he is able to achieve first place in both basic combat courses and practical combat courses. If it weren't for that, he wouldn't have been targeted by some big powers and wanted to invest in it. Changge is not the first to see a fierce beast. In the practical class of the 3rd year of high school, their students have fought against fierce beasts. Although it's basically just a black iron star. At that time, Changge was not even an evolutionist, at best at the level of a special forces soldier in his past life. But it can fight against the black iron 1-star ferocious beast. So now. Shwa. A huge head flew up. That silver 1-star ferocious beast, its head shaved by Changge. However, Changge frowned at this. Looking at the large machete that had already been rolled up in his hand, he felt helpless in his heart. Alas, ordinary weapons are not enough against these ferocious beasts. Sure enough. After Changge beheaded the second silver 1-star ferocious beast, the machete in his hand exploded completely. Fortunately, he no longer needs to take action next. Free up his hands and take action against the fierce beast that is fighting against Asan. 3 or 5 times, the fierce beast with only 1 star of silver died tragically under the hands of 3 farmers with 3 stars of silver. Hardly hammered to death. Fierce beast. You don't talk about martial arts. Next is the one from Ah Wu's side. This fierce beast is even more pitiful. Fierce beast. And as Ah Ursi and his companions killed the fierce beast, the battle also ended on Ah Da's side in the distance. Congratulations to Intern Island Lord Changge for successfully passing the Island Lord assessment. Congratulations on becoming the official island owner. Your current level is the official island owner. It's finally over. Changge breathed a sigh in his heart. If it doesn't end, he suspects that in the next moment, a golden-level ferocious beast will jump out of the sea. The level of island owners is divided into formal, low-level, medium-level, high-level. After passing the assessment, only by selecting the advanced assessment can one be promoted to a lower-level island lord. If you don't choose to advance, you will stay at the level of official island lord. At the same time, there is also a situation where the promotion fails and there is a certain chance to maintain the official identity of the island owner. Nowadays, there are many island owners on the Blue Star, but among them, the official island owners occupy the largest number. Above the higher level, there are even higher level island lords. But for high school seniors, these are already beyond the limit, and Changge is still not very clear about them. At the same time, once the level of the island owner increases, the island owner will correspondingly receive a certain level of evolutionary improvement. For example, if Changge were not at the silver level now, but at the black iron level, his evolution level would have been elevated to the silver level. The official island owner can be directly promoted to silver level. This is one of the benefits that belongs to the island owner. Strength will be improved. Even if Changge can now advance to the low-level island lord, his evolution level can be directly elevated to the golden level. It takes several months for a normal evolutioner to progress from silver level to gold level, even if it's fast. Moreover, such improvements, if not handled properly, pose certain risks. However, every year there are some teenagers who can become golden level evolutionists in just 1 or 2 months, or even shorter periods of time. In fact, these are all special rewards obtained by them through promotion assessment, upgrading from formal island owners to low-level island owners. Even mid-level island owners can directly upgrade to diamond level. Higher-level island owners are even stronger. Wait a minute. It seems that after passing the assessment and becoming a formal island lord, one can awaken the island lord's talent. What talent will I awaken? At the thought of this, Changge was very excited. Sure enough, in the next moment, a will came from somewhere, and Changge felt her change. Congratulations to the official island lord Changge for successfully awakening your SSS level talent. Island lord SSS level talent. Changge felt ecstatic in his heart. The talent of the island lord can only be awakened by becoming a formal island lord. From low to high are F, E, D, C, B, A, S, SS, SSS. 9 levels of island lord talents. Most island lords usually awaken below level A. Island owners who can awaken A-level talents can basically become high-level island owners. Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good.